Legacy and the history of this very event. Would you please lead to Texas? In 1882, two Chicago businessmen were contracted to build a new Capitol, one made of granite, reminiscent of the classic architecture in Washington. They did it worthy of the people who called themselves Texans. Those events far away from us now, both in time and distance, set forth a chain of events that would dramatically alter the face of the great American West. The agents of that change proved worthy of their calling. They were simple, hard-working folk that toiled day after day in the rugged, harsh lands of the high plains. Through the biting winds and the frightening blizzards of winter, to the dry, blistering days of summer, these pioneers established the foundation upon which civilization in this part of the country would be built. They were the wranglers, the blacksmiths, the carpenters, and the cooks. They rode fences, doctored livestock, repaired equipment, and tracked the strays. They were the cowhands of the great XIT Ranch. The XIT Ranch consisted of 3 million acres of land. It had served as payment under the contract to rebuild the Capitol. In 1885, the very first herd of cattle was delivered to the headquarters in Buffalo Springs, just about 30 miles north of here. And it was there in a corral the XIT brand was first scratched into the dust. Until shortly after, in 1912, the year of the Great Blizzard that crippled the company's operations, the XIT functioned as the largest working cattle ranch in the world. As the 20th century matured, the great ranch was parceled and sold, and the early cowboy way of life, to be glamorized later by Hollywood, simply passed out of existence. The riderless horse you see before you tonight we call the empty saddle, with its wreath of flowers and its boots facing the rear. That's our tribute to those range riders of the past. It's our symbol, it's the symbol of our history, and it's the soul of this very celebration. In 1936, during the Texas Centennial ceremonies in Fort Worth, the very first reunion of former XIT cowhands was held. The event was so popular among the participants that it was decided that such a get-together would occur every year thereafter in Delhart, the bustling little town in the heart of XIT country. Never did those cowboys of yesteryear imagine that their memories would cause such an internationally renowned celebration such as this. So ladies and gentlemen, whether you live in this area, you're here visiting family and friends from another part of this great country, or maybe you've even traveled from a foreign land, by your presence here tonight, you've become part of this uniquely Texan heritage. As the riderless horse leaves the arena, you're invited to help us remember those that have gone before, to appreciate our history, to share with us in the joy of today, and work together towards even a better tomorrow. And let's do it as we build it on the foundation laid by those that we honor tonight. So we encourage everybody to enjoy all of the festivities. Tip your hat to a white-shirted XIT director you'll see around the grounds. They're not only our hosts, folks, but they're direct descendants of those XIT cowboys, some by blood, others by spirit. As we celebrate 89 years this year, that legacy of this great tradition continues on. What we're going to do right now is we are going to proudly fly once again those banners that carry those 3 letters. 5 running ranch brands make up the XIT. This is how we do it in Delhart on Saturday night. We have one in one corner, one in the other. Folks, let's all get together and pay those men and those families tribute to those great XIT cowboys looking down on the rodeo tonight in Delhart. Ladies, let's ride! One. special tribute. Thank you, Delhart, Texas. You can return back to your seat. Get